Well, I finally got the PCBs in. This is the old one. If you can tell the difference there, it's obviously it's darker because there's no copper underneath of it in the areas that no longer have ground fill. And I'm going to go ahead and install these on a white PC engine, CoreGrafx and US Duo, and I'm going to skip all of the soldering them in and all that stuff and just go straight to testing, since I've already shown that a couple times already. Okay, so first test, white PC engine. This is the one that's been AV modified, no sound. I'm in US mode apparently. US game works. Japanese game, US mode. No load. Japanese mode. Loads. Everdrive in Japanese mode. I'd call that a fail. Just for fun, let's try US mode. Another fail. Nope. So I need to put the 10K pull downs on next. Okay, test 2 with white PC engine with the pull down resistors in place. Damn it. That's too bad, because this is precisely what was supposed to work according to the Steve when he sent me back that CoreGrafx a long time ago. He removed ground plane and he had 10K pull downs. That's all he did, and that is exactly what's going on there. The only thing that I can think that I could even do would be to go back and use the original PCB, because this has different traces. I just don't want to do that though, because I've got it traced out more efficiently. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think to do. So already, this version of the PCB is a failure. So there's really no reason for me to even try to put it in the Duo or nothing like that, I guess, honestly. If it's not going to work here, then I don't want to pursue it anymore. So I'm really starting to get to the point where I'm just throwing my hands up and saying I don't know what to do other than say redesign the EverDrive, or just don't use the EverDrive on a region modded console. But man, I can't say that. So I really don't know what to do. I mean, nothing's really coming to mind, honestly. So I guess I'll post this video, ask for help again. I don't know, maybe try to take it up to Kevin's again, see if he wants to mess with it again, or you know what I might do this time is send it off to the Steve, because that was his suggestions. No ground plane 10K pull downs, and it don't work. So I guess one bit of good news is that I do have the TG-16 PCB on order. So I think it's going to be like 2.5, 3 weeks before I actually get them in. But when I do, I'll start testing them. I'm probably going to make some kind of pogo pin test apparatus for them so I can send them out working. And then I'll start figuring out how I'm going to sell them and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I've got one in a US Duo. US card works fine. Japanese key card in US mode. Japanese mode. Everdrive. Japanese mode. Looking good. Actually, it looks perfect, and that would be awesome if this just worked. Still make me very curious why the CoreGrafx one isn't working. Let's try Keith Courage. Now it's acting perfectly fine. This is awesome. I don't know why. All of a sudden it seems to be working fine for the Duo. So, the Steve agreed to look at it, but now I'm wondering if I should send both consoles or not, because the Duo seems to be working, and that was one of my major concerns, is to have the region mod for the TG-16, which works, and then one for the Duo. You know, that way we can use the cheap Japanese 3.0 card on the TG-16 / TG-CD system, and use arcade card on the US Duo, and that way we'd be able to do pretty much all the games ever, you know, because that's the one thing that the EverDrive won't do, is the system cards. I don't know, seems to be working. That's great. I'm glad I finally got around to testing it though. So if possible, I might just go ahead and put in an order for these boards, since it works on the Duo. That's great. I guess I'll get a hold of Steve and see what he wants to do. Maybe maybe he needs a comparison between the two to see why, you know. Maybe I should do a Japanese Duo just to see if it doesn't work, because you know that the grounding of pin 29 on the 6280 may or may not be affecting it. Now, I did unground it on this one. I don't know if I did that on camera. You know, I ungrounded those pins and retested it, you know, in Japanese mode, of course, and it's still messed up. So I wanted to eliminate that, and I think I did, but who knows? You know, it could be screwing something up. I don't know. So I guess for now, kind of a win, kind of not. I guess I might track down a Japanese Duo and do that real quick. I do have another board yet, so we'll see. Okay, real quick, let's do a PC engine with the new region mod board. US game works. Jap game US mode. Japanese mode. EverDrive in Japanese mode. Looking good. Okay, so let's try Keith Courage. Well, that's good enough for me. It seemed to work in the PCE Duo. I did ground pin 29, of course pin 30 on these is ground, so I just soldered 2 pins together. Works great. So, like I said, I guess we'll get Steve to look at the CoreGrafx maybe. Yeah, we'll get that going eventually someday. Okay, well, I realized that I hadn't tested the everdrive in US mode, so I want to go back and do that now. I'm not even real sure it was in US mode. I'm betting I was not. Let's try Japanese game. Yeah, okay, I'm in Japanese mode. Get the everdrive and then region mod in US mode here. It's funny, it'll start in the wrong mode, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's a good sign. I'm very happy to see that. Looks great. That's good enough for me. Let's try the Keith Courage real quick. That looks good. Okay, so US Duo, US mode. US mode on everdrive works. PCE Duo. I want to say I probably left this in Japanese mode as well. Yep. Get the switch, US mode, everdrive in US mode. Looking good. Good enough for me. Hit Keith Courage real quick. Looks good. And just because I'm sitting here, there's no reason why we couldn't test the white PC engine too. Okay, probably left this in Japanese mode as well. Maybe not. Okay. Now we should be in US mode. Yep. US mode on the everdrive. Not looking good, is it? No load. Kinda hate to think there was something different about just this single board. My main problem is I only ordered 3 prototype boards. I really did mean to order 6 or 9. You gotta order in multiples of 3 through OSH Park. and somehow my order got screwed up, or I just wasn't paying attention. I only got 3, so US Duo, PC Engine Duo, and white PC Engine are the only ones I got modified, and I would have to wait another 2 weeks or something to get 3 more. But I don't know. I don't see there being anything different just with that board. I mean, I put it under the 10 by eye loop, and I checked all the connections on the pull downs. I think it's all good the way it's supposed to be. So I'm still going to say there's something wrong just with this console, and probably the CoreGrafx too. But like I said, I don't have another board to do a CoreGrafx either. So I don't know. I guess we'll see if the Steve wants to take a look at it and maybe fix it for us.